All right. Well, I'm going to sit up definitely on my sittable. So if you get, like I was saying, if you have tightness in your low back or discomfort here, anywhere along the spine, just giving yourself a light little thing to sit up is just kind of eases the work there on your hips and then let your spine extend just a little more naturally. So take a moment to find a little spinal extension. I don't know how your day's been, what your day's been full of, but if you have anything to just inhale and exhale and let go of, take a moment to do that now. Feeling that full inhale, maybe letting that grow your torso, expand your torso, and then a full exhale allows you to release. And then we'll inhale. I notice at this point in my pregnancy, my inhales are shorter, they're smaller. So let your inhales be as full as your torso allows. Let all that tissue in your abdominals through your torso here stretch as you inhale. And then exhale, just let it melt down, let it release. Good. Let's try that one more time. Inhale and exhale. So now we're going to make that almost, we're going to exaggerate that breathing. So you're going to inhale, let your head come up. Maybe feel a little stretch in the front of your throat and then exhale, melting down. Good. So you'll inhale, come, stretch all the way up. And exhale, rounding over. Good. Try that a few more times. Inhale. And exhale, rounding over. Good. Weight of the head is always stretching there, your neck. The front of the throat now. And then as you transition over, now the back of the neck. Good. Try that one more time. Inhaling all the way up. And then exhaling to release. Good. So now let your chin come over one shoulder and then over the other shoulder. Take this movement really slowly and notice you're going to hold your collarbones. I'm even going to put a hand for a moment lightly on the opposite collarbone and just let the trapezius stretch out a little here. Good. Try that on the other side. Holding that collarbone as you take your chin over the shoulder, and I'm just lightly pressing away, getting a deeper stretch. Good. So now take your head down to one side. So one ear comes closer to your shoulder, and then the opposite ear. Again, pay attention to the weight of your head coming down, letting that be gradual so that the muscle really releases into the movement, getting a deeper stretch. Try that just a couple more times. Good. And then we're going to let your head come down. Let your hand come on top of the opposite ear. It's applying just a little more pressure there. You want to, just while your hand is here, kind of massage the ear. Your ear won't complain. Won't say no. And then let's exhale, let the head come over the other way. Again, first just let the head release. And then take your hand atop, maybe feeling a deeper stretch. And then if it feels nice, add a little massage, just pressing, squeezing here on the ear. Wonderful. So now exhale, let your hand come down and take a second to roll your shoulders. Oh, después de viaje en avión, right after a long plane ride. ¿Cuántos aviones? ¿4? Madre mía. Oh, no puedo ver. Ay, tiene que decirme después de la clase. Oh, so Inhale as the shoulders come up. Exhale as they come down. Just feeling all of your day kind of melting out there. Oh, I have a toddler trying to sneak in. Good. So now take a second. I am take opposite hand to elbow and just pull. Oh, all these sounds. Pull that elbow across my body. Good. Let the arm be really released here in the shoulder socket. So hopefully you feel all the muscles, deltoid, tricep there on the outside of the arm. Getting a stretch. Beautiful. Slowly bring your arms through your center and then pull that arm across your body, letting the arms stay nice and loose and limp here. Good. And then you're going to exhale and begin just like a little circle of the arms. Again, feel gravity, right? The arms come down nice and slow. So these gentle movements can just help your brain relax. Good, let's try taking it around the other way. Good. All right, and then with your hands here in your center, go ahead, reach, interlace the fingers, press them into one another. Let your hands rest on your heart for a moment. Take just a moment to reconnect to your breathing. Feel a little calm. And then when you feel ready, exhale, reach the arms out and then just back to the heart. Good. Spread your fingers out on your heart. Again, you can kind of rub into your chest there. And then exhale, send the arms away. Good. If you want to take them up, kind of over the head, that's good too. Again, gradually grow this movement. Good. Exhaling up. Go one more time. Now, if the arms are coming comfortably overhead, turn the knuckles back down toward your head. And then let's just exhale and begin a slow sweep of your weight side to side. Good. Oh, so letting the sides of your ribs really reach out. So again, the more that these muscles both can relax and function really well, sort of the happier our skeleton is. And then if our skeleton's sitting well, then our nervous system tends to have less twinges, less discomforts. Just remember, it's all useful. Good. Hands here back behind the head for a moment. You can even, for a second, press your thumbs there at the base of your skull and put a little massage, just massage through the thumbs. Good. In the back of your head here. Good. And then I want you to let your head go into your hands, letting your chest stretch, your armpits stretch. And then exhale, let the head come down. So I'll try that a few times. Your head moving up. And again, this movement is supported by your arms. Good. Let's try this just one more time. Good. And then from here, inhale, come right back up. The fingers stretch overhead. Take opposite hand to wrist. And let's pull. Good. You can slowly let the arms glide around and come up on the other side. So leave your wrists as they are for just a moment. And then once again, you're going to pull, come around, really feel a deep stretch in that upper back and around the other way. Good. Let's go 2 times now with the opposite hand on your wrist. We'll pull, we'll stretch, we'll come over Good. And then all the way up. Take that same pattern again. Pulling, releasing, and then coming all the way up. Pause here for a moment. Bring your palms back behind you. I'm going to press my knuckles into the floor right above my tailbone, right alongside, right in behind my tailbone, I should say. And then exhale, let my sternum reach up. And then from there, bring your fingertips in front and press the fingertips into your palm and let the fingers stretch back. Good. Try that on the other side. Good. Now take the palm to the thumb. The thumb stretch back just a little. Opposite palm to thumb. And you stretch. Good. Exhale, release. Let's unfold our two legs. I'm going to start with my legs here wide. And I'm going to move my sternum forward. Good. And then exhale, just sit up. So try that a few times. Feeling your head and your tail reaching from one another. Good. Exhale as you come forward. Just any amount your body says yes. Good. So now hands can rest on your thighs. Let's take opposite shoulder towards your shin. Let's inhale, come up. Opposite shoulder to shin. Releasing fully into that movement, taking this flowing just a few times. Good. Oh. Excellent. So now we'll sit tall. I'm going to tuck one foot in. This is my left foot tucking in, and I'll extend my right leg out. And now take my arms up and exhale, just reach towards my right leg. Guiding myself up with that opposite hand, I'm going to reach away from the leg. Perhaps that top arm even opens back behind me. Letting the armpit, all those muscles in the chest to stretch. Beautiful. Let's inhale and come up. And use an exhale to switch the two legs. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Reach over your extended leg. And then using a big exhale, go ahead. Open that arm behind you. And we'll lift all the way up. Let that arm come to the floor and the opposite arm rises. Oh. Good. Let's exhale, return to a seated position. And now we'll extend your two legs out. And then try bringing your palms forward. So you can create a little cat-cow here in the spine, a rounding. And then a lengthening through your back. So arqueando, arching back. Good. Feeling the thighs maybe open just a hair more. Inhale, sitting up. Beautiful. You can walk your hands towards one leg. Maybe in the second stretch, you go a little deeper. Opposite arm can lift over the leg, creating a little pressure from your bottom hand. Open your chest up. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful, everybody. So you're really just trying to free these muscles here. Let gravity stretch them. Excellent. So now we're going to bring our arms all the way around. Good. And then let that stretch just begin on the opposite side. From here, I'll take the opposite arm up. I'm pushing with my bottom hand to help me open the chest and free this upper arm. Excellent. So now, reaching through that hand. Good. Let's first drag the legs in and then slide your two legs out. Place your hands for a moment underneath your shoulder blades. Feel the shoulder blades move onto the spine. Check your chin. Down and up. And now let's actively create a little length in the back of the neck. Spread the toes, drop the thighs. Inhale, the arms move up. Exhale, come stretch forward. And then we're going to inhale, bring ourselves up once again, sitting tall. And we'll slide the 2 feet in. Good. And then if you're sitting on a prop, we'll go ahead, come off of that now. Move it to the side. And I'm going to come down to the mat. Just kind of gently, hands here back behind my thighs. I'm going to slowly bring myself down. Good. So now I've got my 2 thighs here for a moment over my chest. And I'm just going to rock my weight a little side to side. Good. As you're moving your legs side to side, you may kind of curl the tailbone underneath you. Good. And create a little lift, almost like you would in a rollover. Just connecting your low abdominals. Now, if it feels nice, go ahead and let the knees start to come down towards one elbow and then back up. So you can inhale as the legs start to float away and exhale to help them return to center. Inhale, the legs moving to the side. Exhale into the center. Good. Try that one more time, each direction. Good. Pause. And then with one leg, I'll try my right one. I'm going to keep the knee bent for now. Just let the leg take a circle in the hip socket. Knee is soft and bent. Good. And just pay attention to the hip socket. How does it feel? How's it moving? Good. Change the direction. Wonderful. Let's try now those little soft circles with the opposite leg. Good. And then we'll change the direction. Good. Let's let one foot and then the other tap into the floor. Good. So you're feeling that the belly is sturdy, it's supporting you. You're not overworking. Feeling that connection into your psoas. So pause with your right foot down and just lightly let it tap, almost like it's bounding, it's leaping without the weight of the body there into the floor. Go ahead, switch legs, same thing, just let it tap. Muscles of the feet going to spring up from the floor. Good, the weight of the foot feeling light. Good, so now we'll take 2 feet down and then exhale, let the pelvis rise up. A few breaths, feeling the shoulder blades move onto your back. Good, exhale. Bring your weight back down again and take a second, tap your heels right and left into the floor. Tap the balls of the feet right and left into the floor. Sweep the arms into your sides and press the forearms down. Press the palms down and then allow the pelvis to pull up as you press the feet. Take a few full deep breaths here. Good. Exhale, bringing that down. Once again, lightly press the feet. Just let them hop together. Try a few times. Letting that spring in the foot muscles and also engagement in your belly muscles. Good. And now you'll press the feet down once again. Exhale, the pelvis rises up. Bring the palms together. Tuck the shoulder blades onto the back. And take another few full deep breaths. Spreading out from big toe to pinky into the center of your heels. Good. Exhale, release the arms back out to a T shape. Let the pelvis come down. And now you're going to bicycle the legs. So this can be light. But what I want you to feel is that you reach through one heel as you pull the opposite hip back. And that intention with your legs is going to just create some more kind of structure there for the muscles. They're knowing what they're doing. One's pulling in as one is reaching away. Let's go ahead and change the direction. And now we're going to pause with the right leg long in the air. Point and flex the foot. Circle the ankle. Circle the other way. Good. And then from here, lightly circle the leg in the hip socket. Good. Exhale, take it around in the opposite direction. Bend the knee. Exhale, extend. So you're going to point and flex the opposite leg. Stretch through all 5 toes and then through the center of the heel. Good. Pause. Now circle the ankle one way. Circle the ankle the other way. Good. And then from here, let the hip joint circle. You're letting the femur bone float. Keep it light. Good. Pause. Your 2 knees bent. Take your hands to your shins. Pull the shins first towards each other, legs towards each other, and then lift your head. Good. Take your gaze to your belly button for just a few breaths. Good. Well, exhale, allow that to release. Your arms open right back up. Legs extend. And now two legs are going to just circle a few times. Good. So if the legs kind of lift the tailbone up and that feels relaxing to you, try that. That doesn't feel good, just keep the tailbone and the low back really stable. Keep the movement small. Bend the knees if you need to. Good. Let's pause with your legs on top. Turn your toes in. Now the heels in. Toes, heels, toes, heels. Just feeling the inner and outer rotation. Now freeing up the femur bones in the hip. Good. And now you're going to let the soles of the feet come together and exhale. Bring your hands to the outsides of the feet. Lengthen out your back. Good. Let's exhale and let one leg stretch out to the side. Gravity, just continue to open the hip. Stretch the inner thigh, and then you can pull that leg right back. Let the opposite leg stretch and reach away. Your breathing help you release. Exhale, the two legs come back to the center. Right ankle moves to the left thigh, and then your hands can interlace around your left shin. That leg in deep and close, stretching your piriformis, external rotators. Good. Well, exhale, lift the two legs back straight and then switch sides. Hands coming to the shin. Beautiful. Another big exhale. And then let your two legs come up, and you're just going to kind of rock the legs there into your hands. You can create a little pressure. Again, the pelvis can rise up, come down. So just a little resistance between the hands and the feet. Good. Maybe that helps the legs come over just a hair. Wonderful. Pause now. Cross the right leg in front of the left, and then perhaps hook the legs together so that your shin bones connect. And then move the feet to the floor and just stretch this little configuration side to side. Good. You'll rock one way and then the other. One way, then the other. Good. Exhale, we'll pull those legs right back up. Change the position of the legs, perhaps hooking now the other way. And then the feet can come back to the floor and you'll rock the hips side to side. And then let's go ahead and unfold your legs. Walk your two knees as wide as your mat and then some a little bit wider. And then take the knees, let them stretch. And deep release of the psoas. Exhale, push through the feet. And stretch the other way. Good. Let's take our two arms up and then we're going to roll onto that side so we can face the computer. Good. So let's start with your knees bent and just open and close your top hip. So we're going to let the femur bone come up, kneecap opens towards the sky, and then right back down. Good. So now let the knees stay down, let the foot come up. So just feeling the internal rotation of this leg. Good. Go slow. Find the full range of motion there. And then you'll exhale, lift the whole leg. Now back in a parallel rotation, leg floats up and then down. Good. Pause with the leg up. And now circle. Good. We'll let it circle the other way. Good. And then from here, you'll bend the back knee and take your hand to the ankle. Stretch the hip all the way behind you. Knee comes up. Good. Let it stretch towards your shoulder. And then let the knee come stretch in front. Take your top arm back. Exhale, bring the hand to the knee. Take your hand now, if you'd like, to your foot. Stretch, reach the leg all the way up. Lengthen the bottom leg out. Right, and then if you'll just push that foot there into the floor. Good, and take the top arm up, or your hand there. Oh, and then let's use an exhale to bring yourself back into a little fetal position. Good. And then if we press our hands here, just into the floor for a moment. Inhale, stretch, reach your sternum up. And exhale, rock it back, pushing back. Inhale, reach your sternum up. Exhale, take it back. Inhale, take it up. And exhale, take it back. Beautiful. So now we're going to open up and just find ourselves moving on the other side. Lowering your body down. Excellent. Let's begin with bent knees. Good. Pressing the feet together. Femur bones kind of out from your torso. And you're going to let that top leg come up and down. Good. Let's pause now. Let the knee press into the bottom knee. And you'll lift the foot with the shin. Let's try that one more time. Exhale, then let the whole leg lift just a few times. So there should be, it's a little bit burny. A little bit of feeling in there for sure. All right, so now can you create a little circle here with the leg? And then circling in the opposite direction. Wonderful. Let's go ahead, pause, reach your leg back behind you, hug your hand to the ankle, and then reach the knee back and away. Let your breath lengthen as you stretch big muscle groups. Good, and now you'll let that knee travel forward, the arm travel back. And then we'll exhale, just hug this knee up towards your shoulder for a moment. Let the bottom leg really drop into the floor. This is a hug. Now, if the hand wants to find the foot, sure. And then let the leg just extend as it will. So really feeling through the back of the knee, through your calf. Now, if you'd like, let the bottom leg extend some. Keep hugging that thigh bone into the floor. Good. And then we're going to float the foot down. Place it on the thigh. Take the top arm over. Long breaths. Good. And then let's hug those limbs in and push down with your two arms. Come stretch up and back. Good. Stretch, reach it up and move it back. One more time. Stretch, reach it up and moving it back. This time you can press your 2 feet here into the floor and cat-cow. So hands and feet. Good. A couple more breaths. And then let's let your head move one way as your hips move the other. And then gradually shift to that. So hips to the side, head to the side. Good. If it feels nice now to make that little circles with your head, circles with your hips. Good. You can change the direction there. And now from here, go ahead, reach your weight back for a moment. Let the tailbone come up as you do. And then we're going to press into our hands and let the head move forward as the tailbone comes down. So you can take this a few times. Head down, tailbone up. And then when you feel ready, slowly gathering your weight, reversing that head up, tailbone down. Good. So now, as you feel ready, let's go ahead and I'm going to let my right leg sweep up behind me. Let my head and my toe reach towards one another for a moment. And then exhale, see about placing the foot right next to your hand. And then same thing, your hips are going to move forward, the head comes up. And now the tailbone comes up, your head comes back and down. A couple times here. And exhale, reaching that weight back. Inhale, letting the weight come forward. And exhale, letting it come back. Now, as your weight moves back, walk your foot across your mat. So the front foot walks across the mat. And just let the knee begin to bend. And you can come and stretch your hip. And now, so imagine your head moving back towards your back heel. Now letting your forearms come down to the floor. Good. It may feel nice to let your head or rest in your hands. So your neck's not having to do any work here. You could even massage your temples. Whew. And then when you feel ready, pressing your hands back down, lifting up just a hair, bend your back knee, and just stretch. Good. And then we're going to fold ourselves back into an all fours position. Beautiful. So now I'm going to try that with two legs again. Tailbone up, head down. Good. And now your hips forward and down as your head rises up. Beautiful. Taking that weight back once again. Go ahead now. Let your left foot move forward. Good. And then we'll take that same bit of stretch. Head up as the hips move down. And now head down, hips up. Good. Exhale, moving that weight down. And all the way back. Good. Try that a time or two more, really releasing the hip and then the hamstring. And then when you feel ready, just walk your foot across your mat. Good. Let the leg begin to rest there in the hip socket. The knee bends. And then the hips can come down. First, let your head move back towards your back heel so the whole abdomen stretches. And then we're going to come down. Let your head rest in your hands, rub your temples. Maybe rub into your scalp. Maybe even take your fingers here to your third eye point. And when you feel ready, you'll push your hands back into the floor. Coming up, another stretch. Bend the back knee. Open and stretch away from your two hips, your two knees. Good. Well, inhale, sit up. Your back leg folded in. Two hands here to your ankles. Come round over the legs. Wonderful. And then we'll just exhale, bring that weight back up. And prop yourself here for a little Shavasana, however it is that you want. I want to get my head lower than my rib cage. So my goal is here to kind of prop up my ribs and let my neck go. So if you have blocks and a blanket, you could do this. Any little cushion. Your arms can float anywhere at your sides that feels good. Putting yourself in a position where you can really feel an opening, releasing. Each exhale, expanding in the breastbone, expanding your lungs. And then slowly, when you feel ready, just begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And you can circle your ankles, moving your wrists, stretch your fingers. And take your arms overhead, a long full body stretch. And draw your knees in and just rock your back. Exhale as you feel ready and roll onto one side and press up with your arms to find seated. We'll bring our palms together, bow the head, close the eyes. Your practice is a gift, everyone. Thank you. Such a pleasure to see you. Enjoy your evening. Namaste.